Hi guys, it's me, Debbie Hilly being obnoxious. There's an awful lot going on in the grooming industry this week, and live video seems to be the theme of it all, so I'm gonna jump on the bandwagon a little bit. There are times when going live can really be a good thing, and then there are times when you have to ask yourself, is this something that the whole world needs to see? So if you decide to go live in your salons or your clinics or your mobiles or whatever, make sure that it's something that the whole world will understand. Make sure it's something that the industry as a whole has pretty much said, yeah, it's okay to do this. Maybe not 100% because it's okay to shake things up, but in no way, shape, or form is abuse ever okay. Now, I think that sometimes we've gone a little too far to the everybody gets a trophy and all dogs need to have peanut butter and toys on the table to be groomed, as opposed to what I like to do, which is firm but consistent and not mean by any means, but get the job done without the dog stressing or being uncomfortable in any way. When I first started grooming in this area anyway, and even in the kennel that I trained at, it was not uncommon for dogs to get hit, choked. I worked with a woman who put a dog's head through a drywall section of the wall because he broke a fingernail. That happened. I worked with a woman who forced us to do a dog that was having a seizure, and that was the last day I worked there. But I've also worked with a gentleman who has done 2.5 years of prison time for animal abuse and neglect. And the things that he did in the salon that he owned were unconscionable. I don't want to see us backslide into that, but I think we need to kind of get away from the whole you can't correct a dog without it becoming a problem. So there has to be a happy medium, and that's where I try to work. I do corrections. I don't think corrections are bad. I don't beat dogs or hit dogs or anything like that. That's not what I'm getting at. But a simple redirection, like a redirect this way or a pull them to me. I will tell dogs no. I do go a lot. If you've ever watched my videos, that's one of the things I do is I used to do it to my kids. It works great with them. It works good with the dogs. And there goes Aurora again. But even that gets me yelled at sometimes. And if I'm going to get yelled at for saying or for pulling a dog back towards me, then you have to understand why the videos that have been circulated this week that are showing dogs being manhandled, forced down onto tables, yeah, those are just unacceptable things that we should never be doing. I think that live video is actually pretty cool. As you can tell, I'm doing one. We did recordings in the salon this week, and oh my gosh, there are some doozies, and I had debated on whether I was going to even let them come out because in one of them, the shirt that I had on had a tail. It had a tie in the back. And of course, what happened is one of the tails got stuck down here. Let me tell you something. You find out who your true friends are when you've walked around for half a day at the grooming shop with the tail of your shirt stuck down your pants, and nobody tells you. Thank you, Billy. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, all the clients that came in and out and didn't say anything. I'm probably still going to post those videos, though, because I think that other than that, a little embarrassment. They're actually pretty good, and I'm actually really proud of my team. We don't leave dogs unattended. Everything in my grooming room is within arm's reach. If I needed to go to the bathroom, for example, I would put a rear loop on a dog and Billy is at one table or Liz is at one table and they don't have to go up because there's somebody right there. But literally I can stand in the middle of all 3 tables and touch all 3 tables. If I had 3 arms anyway. So our setup is a little different. If you don't have that setup, I think we all know you should never walk away from a dog. That's pretty much common sense. Dogs can hang themselves in a heartbeat, and they're just not very smart sometimes, so we just try to avoid that. At any rate, I digress. if you're going to do live videos or even recorded videos, be cognizant of what you're doing. Make sure that it's going to look okay to the outside public. Because if I can get yelled at for going, then imagine what happens when the general public sees a video of a dog groomer pinning a dog to the table or sitting on top of it. The general public already has a huge distrust of dog groomers based on some of the things that have happened in certain stores in certain parts of the country. And if you don't think that legislation is coming your way, think again. It's coming, and it's coming with a vengeance. And the more of those types of videos that get out, the faster it comes to your state. The video I'm talking about was taken in Florida. And there's a push right now in Florida to get dog groomers licensed. And that video may be the catalyst to get that done. It would be a shame because I don't know anybody in this industry right now that does those techniques. But they're going to be scrutinizing that video and scrutinizing everybody else's videos to see what we're doing wrong. So in the back of your head, think about it this way. If it was your child, would you do it? And if the answer is no, then don't do it to a dog. I will reach down and grab my grandchildren by the hand and pull them to me. So it's not like it's something I wouldn't do. No different than taking the dog and pulling them to me. I would do that. I would never sit on my grandchildren. Might hurt them. I don't know. The oldest one, maybe. She's 16. Then again, she's my size, so might not want to sit on her either. Might not help. If you wouldn't do it to your children or your grandchildren or your neighbor's children in full view of the public, then it shouldn't be on a video for the whole public to see. That's my take on it. That's where I'm going to end this. Do your videos, people. Get them online so people can see that we really are nice and we really do care and we really do good work. But be careful about what you post, because it might just come back to cost you with a license. Happy Sunday, everybody.